Dominic Jones asked. "What's that, Dad?" "That I had someone to dance with." Wow. Color me surprised. Turning his head, he looked curiously at his father, who had been widowed for close to 30 years. "Can I ask you something?" "Sure." "Why don't you date?" Shrugging, his father said, "I guess I just sort of forgot how." He laughed softly. "For so many years after your mother died, I was focused on trying to keep it together and raise you kids. Then I was so set in my routine that I didn't even think about it. But now I'd like to think about it. But I don't know how." Sliding his hands into his trouser pockets, he glanced at Kyle. "You know any single women my age?" Kyle almost choked on his champagne. "Ugh, you are not asking me to set you up with anyone. Just..." "No." "Why not? It's not a big deal. You have a very active social life. Surely you've met older women who might be looking to go out with someone like me. Someone like..." "What is happening right now?" "What? What's the matter?" He knew his eyes were pretty much bugging out, and Kyle looked around frantically for someone to save him from this conversation, but no one was paying any attention to them, and if they weren't at a formal event, he seriously would have considered throwing something at either Dean or Hunter to get their attention. Letting out a long breath, Kyle said, "I thought you'd gone out for coffee a few times with... Damn, what was her name? Rose. Yeah! I thought you'd gone out with Rose a few times. What happened there?" "Happened? Nothing. We went out a few times for coffee, but I don't think she's interested in me." "Why? Did you ever ask her out on a real date, like dinner or something?" "No, but I thought she was just being friendly. You know, like a friend." "Well, wouldn't you like to find out if she's interested?" "She's here tonight. Maybe go ask her to dance." "Oh," Dominic said. "I don't know. I just thought..." "Look, I think it's great that you want to start dating again. If you ask me, you should have done it a long time ago. But maybe your friends, people your own age, can fix you up with someone." His father made a non-committal sound before asking, "What about one of those apps? The kind where you swipe or something?" Now he really needed someone over here to help him out, because there was no way he was going to have the talk about what swiping on a dating app meant. Scanning the room again, he spotted his boss, Jake, talking to Pastor Steve. The only one to catch his eye, however, was the pastor. And if that's not an answer to a prayer, nothing is. Waving, he was relieved when they both began walking toward them. Kyle took a long drink of his champagne and waited. They all shook hands as they said hello. "Well, Dominic, Kyle, how are you both doing?" Steve asked with a friendly smile. "It's been a big year for your family, hasn't it?" "That it has," his father replied. "You must be very proud. Your family is growing and everyone looks so happy." Nodding, Dominic said, "I am, and they are. It does my heart good to see them all settling down and starting families." "Well," Steve said, grinning at Kyle, "not all of them." Ugh, why did I think this was a better idea? With a bit of a forced smile, Kyle said, "So, how about you, Pastor Steve? What's new and exciting with you?" Luckily, he took the change of subject in style. "Well, let's see. Oh, Shelby and Sam are expecting a baby." "Of course they are." "That's wonderful news," Dominic said. "Congratulations. First grandbabies are always exciting." Then he smiled at Jake. "And you've got a new baby as well, right?" "Yes, sir. This is mine and Mallory's first big outing since Emma was born." Kyle tuned out while they talked about the wonders of children and grandchildren, and he wished he were anywhere but here.